right, it's about 34 past the hour, 35. I don't know where you are. I don't know what's wrong with my clock, but it's Marc Maron in for Malloy. 800-989-1480 is the number. And right now on the phone, the recently welcomed new member of the Nova M family, formerly of the Air America family, Randi Rhodes. Randi Rhodes. Wait, hold on. I know you didn't get the time you deserved on Larry King. Let me try and do.
I got bombed.
Wait here. I'll do Larry for you. So what happened? What happened over there?
You want to know what the real phone call was? Larry called me the day that this whole thing, that they decided to put out a press release about a 2-week-old stand-up thing, right? That I did in San Francisco in a nightclub.
Yeah. You know what's sad is that you're not even a stand-up.
Well, thanks, Mark. Well, thanks. There goes my whole defense.
Oh, stop it. Go ahead.
No, but, I have been doing stand-up. That's the thing.
Right.
I've been doing it nice and quietly. So, because, you can't, comedy's a dangerous thing, as we just learned, right? And in the wrong hands, hello.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have. I've been doing it since, look, the Rocky Sullivan days. They used to try and get me up, and I was too scared. And you know how I am. I'm like a nervous little wreck. So they said, well, why do we have to hot walk you like a horse? The only way to get over that is keep on doing it. So I quietly was doing it. The first time I did it out in public was in Phoenix.
Right.
So your listeners, they were like the first to see, and it wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was okay. I paced around a lot, and I thought when I got off, I didn't hate myself.
I used to be a pacer.
Right, I'm a pacer.
Yeah,
I didn't hate myself though. It was the first time I ever did it that I didn't hate myself. And
This
I thought,
was in San Francisco.
No, that was in Phoenix.
Okay.
And so I did it a couple more times, and then San Francisco came up, and I was like, well, hell, it's a nightclub, blah blah blah. I'm going to do stand up. Everybody cool with that? Yeah, And after, this is the crazy part.
Right.
First of all, for 2 weeks,
there
was no media about this, pro or con. Nobody wrote anything good. No one wrote anything bad. No one wrote anything.
Right? Who cared? It was just a stand up show.
It was just a stand up show, and then 2 weeks later. All of a sudden, we changed owners because, like I said on Larry, it was Thursday, and it's mandatory there in America to change owners every Thursday.
Yeah.
So we changed owners,
right?
And the guy was like, he didn't do his due diligence. He didn't He was like, 2 weeks later, he got around to reading my contract. It was like, what do you mean you can quit, but we can't fire you? I'm like, well, look, I negotiated that thing, with the officers who are currently the officers of your company. You can take it up with them. Then they said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do some market research, see what your value to the company is. I'm like, well, what are you going to do? Read an arbitron? Oh, you can't say that on the air. Dump me.
Right. I don't know how to dump you. I'm in the studio.
I'm like, what are you going to do? Read the ratings? What are you going to do? Blah, blah.
Right.
No, their idea of market research was, we'll go and we'll put, this story out there that we're embarrassed by you and see if you can withstand scorn and ridicule. And,
is it really the way that? So they actually said that to your face?
Not only did they say it to my face, they said it in a big lawyered-up meeting after all this happened.
But that was so that was a threat?
Oh yeah, it was like amend. They had been asking me to amend the contract. I said I like the contract. I negotiated that contract. 7 months it took to negotiate that, and I was like, no, I'm not negotiating a contract. It is what it is, and it's got a year left, and live with it, kind of thing. And I started helping them with business plans and sales plans and all kinds of things. And people got a little shaken up. Maybe the status quo wasn't going to keep on. So, make a long story short. They kept through this whole thing. They kept on saying, "Well, here's the notes I took, from the lawyer meeting." It said, "We have buyer's remorse. We want you to amend your contract as we asked you before. We're going to do market research." And they did it. They called and they said, "Okay, we found out you're the most valuable thing we have. Without you, we don't have a business. But now we can't put you back on the air." I'm like, "Why?" Well, because you'll tell the true story.
Which you just did.
I was like, so what's the problem? Why don't you apologize to me? And that way, if people call up and they're outraged about it, I'll just say, well, yeah, it was a stupid thing they did, but they apologized. What are you going to do?
And they
said to me, we're not in the apology business. And they kept on saying, amend the contract, you'll get your mic back. It wasn't even about the stand-up. It was amend your contract, you'll get your mic back. Their unwavering position was if you don't amend your contract, you will not get your mic back.
So amend the contract so you couldn't get out when you wanted to get